All right, time for these monument signs here for living out. We got two. We got the main monument. I'm calling it the main Monty. This is going to be kind of with the main logo. And it also has a side cabinet kind of poking out of the rock. So you see the tan here is going to be a rock veneer that's going to cover the bottom. The top is going to be painted aluminum like we do. So we're just going to be putting a top box onto a bottom box like we do. The only difference is the main one is going to have this little side cabinet attached. The other one is the doggy, the pet wash tail waggers. It's almost the same dimensions, a little bit smaller, but it has no side cabinet or, right there, but it's still gonna have the same rock veneer. It's literally the same width. So these are almost identical, very similar. So that helps us. I went ahead and made things interchangeable as far as jiggies and things like that. Really the only thing is this little side cabinet, like I said. Living Out logo is 3/4 inch. This guy, because he's a little smaller, is 1/2 inch. Those are really the only differences. But anyway, so I'll get after it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, I'm just going to kind of follow the main Monty for the most part, so that way we can hit the differences. But like I say, everything is very similar. So let's just get after the lay of the land and let's get after it. So with the main Monty, let's go ahead and hit all the parts here. So we got this will be the top frame. You can almost see it here, the long part, the short part. That's your top box. Here's your bottom box parts. Your side cabbie, this is really the only difference. It's going to be the same power vaults. It's going to be, here's your skins, got your top skin there. You got all your jiggies. Again, the jiggies are going to be the same minus these for the cabinet. Even the Mjolnirs are the same until you actually weld the poles on. The poles are a little different in length, but these top heads are the same. Obviously, you'll know the difference when you see the white on whites for the LEDs, 3/4 pushies for the main, and that bottom cabinet's got the 1/2. And then you've got your 1/8 backers there. So same thing with this. It's going to be very similar, but the parts are just obviously they're going to be labeled to make it easy to kind of see what the difference is. But you can see the similarities. You got all that, and you got this page here. So in order to make it easy for you guys to see the difference here, I've got the Helvetica just to save time for doing the stencil. You've got DW for dog wash. Everything that's dog wash will have a DW on it, and everything with the Helvetica M on it will be for the main Monty. So this will allow. Now I don't know if I know Route very rarely watches these, and kind of hurts my feelings because I work hard on them, and just kind of looking for that validation from Route. And if Route's not going to watch them, then it makes me feel bad. So, yo Siri, schedule that sesh.
Scheduling therapy session.
But if you want to group everything together in one big bunch, you don't have to sweat the jigs. They're all the same, so they can all go in one bin. These Mjolnir 1/4 inchers can all go in one bin. Even the power vaults are the same, so they all go in one bin. And even if all the parts get nested, so that way we get maximum yield, so you can kind of combine both of them, everything's going to be labeled well, and I think you guys will be able to sort it after. So it's kind of up to them, or up to Route, if you want to just go ahead and just nest everything together. Don't worry about it so much because everything labeled up really well. So it's kind of up to Route. It's kind of up to you guys how you want to do it. Otherwise, you can just do one Monty and then the second Monty. So, but I'll just focus on main right now. So Hanzo on main. So what you're going to do is just build your bottom frame like we do, build your top frame like we do. And then you're just going to put the chocolate with the peanut butter. I've got the rivet marks, right here, the rivet holes. So you can, let's do Lords, Clico, and then you can either do rivets or just shoot screws, make sure it's solid. You're good to go. Just that simple. Once you get that frame done, you got these little stubbies here that's going to help support the white on white, though it's going to slide down in. You can see here, here's where your white on white in orange is going to slot right in. That's where your LEDs will live. So you just get all that, put some Lords on here, and then just put your faces on. And then just that simple. You know how we do. I did do here's our cut list. I did do a single 2x2 spine, little keel to support the weight, little distribution down there. So get that guy trapped in. Don't forget him. But then once you get everything together, go ahead and skin it up. Then you've got your frame. This is the only thing that's different, but it's super simple. It's a 4-piece box right here. That it doesn't have a backer, just keeping it simple, but you do have these cabinet jiggies. The difference is you've got rounded corners, and there's this, that's for a 1024 right there to shoot through if you want to use it. So look for these jiggies, cabinet jiggies, put those in the corners, weld it up. Tried something new. You're going to bend that. You're going to tack it together. But I went ahead and clipped the corners a 1/2 inch. So I'm hoping that you can see where this is orange and orange. You should have built-in clearance for the, you can see where you'll have a 1-inch cabinet face that you'll slide on, and it should be clearance for your welds. And then we should be covered for light leaks. And then your rock should start about here. Once they get the stone, I have it about 1.5 inch poke out. So there should be plenty of room for rock. And this face will just be kind of poking out there, looking good. So that's kind of the idea. So just get this built, get this skinned, and then all you're going to do is get this built. And then you're just going to lords, and you can hit with screws into the skin here and here in the corners. Use those jigs to nail that down. Plus, you can use any of the cleco holes. So the skins will have those cleco holes in there. You can see right here where I have the follow right along that, where that rectangle there. You can kind of see right there. So just that simple. That'll be the difference. That just stays on there. There is no backer. It'll be the LED, the white on white backer that will close it up. For both of these, it is a remote power system. So we're going to do we've done these before. You've got a little piece of 1x. You're going to cut it at an angle so they can spike it in, and then weld, you're just going to weld it up on the bottom there. I did bring in, I found some, the Principal Sloan now has a 24 volt, 100 watt, and it's going to be coming for that. So I know we discussed using 12 volt, but let's go ahead and those will be coming in time. Those are IP67, so they should be fine for wet location. So let's bring those in, look for those. We'll be using that. That being said, because you can see where it's a kind of a big boy here, it can't go on either side. So I went ahead and made these asymmetrical to where, when these rivet holes don't match up, don't be saying, oh, he's drinking again, or he's still drinking. It's because these are going to be only one way. So that way it keeps the switch side out of the way of, otherwise you could theoretically put these in backwards, and then it's going to be a sad day when you go to put the switch in and the power supply is in the way, et cetera, et cetera. So just look for that. If you go to put the side on with the switch and it doesn't fit, you got to put it on the other side. So these are asymmetrical, so that way there's only one way they assemble. Just trying to help you out. You know me. So, and then our cutlass is here. We have 45s. This is 3x3 by 3/16. If we don't have that, let's bring it in. Make sure we have it. I know we're always 4x4 by quarter or whatever, but these are going to be similar to the Loma Lindas. So bring in the 3x3 by 3/16. You got 45s on the mains, and you got 35s on the doggy wash. And but otherwise it's all the same. You'll need a 14-inch stick and a 14-inch stick. So just look at both of these and cut them up at the same time. But like I said, the Mjolnir heads are the same, but once you weld them, the longer is for the bigger one. So, and then for install, I got a separate PDF for you guys for your different, for your footings there, how deep they go and all that. 24-inch sonos. But otherwise, I think that's it. Nothing crazy like we haven't done before. Look for these little tabs. Just point these guys out. You're just going to bend these up, and they're just going to cleco in on the inside and stick inside, and then that's going to create like this little tray. You can see here where the purple is. It's just going to create a little tray, and then when you bring in the white on white, it's going to sit on there, and you can frap it in place, and then it just notches in there. So nice and easy for install. But again, you might want to talk to install because they're going to need to get this leash out down the bottom. I've got plenty of through holes on the bottom to get power out, but it's going to be secondary power. We might need a 12 gauge wire. They might want a leash. I don't know where the Carson box is going to be, how close to put this in the ground. So it is an in-ground vault. So I think these leashes are going to want to have a beefy run. So let you know how we do. We go ahead and just rivet these back to back. But then, like I say, go ahead and make a generous leash for install to be able to run down, or talk to them, maybe just put a short leash and then they're going to run their own and then feed it up, and then they can make this connection. So talk to them, see what's best for that. But install, yes, you're going to need to make sure you make a run from the power vault to inside. So anyway, but I think that's it. Like I said, jiggies are the same. little point out, you got the chamfers on the bottom. They're just a bigger species for the bottom than the top. But everything that you see here is interchangeable to the other one. So it's all good. So like I said, if you want to route everything together, get with route, see what's up, see what's easiest for you guys. Otherwise, I think that's it. If you have any questions, hit me up. We're all counting on you.
Check the technique. Check the technique.